Phighting Phorensics is a series that I'm doing which is going to tell you the basics of each character and how to play said character, while also giving some good general tips. At the end of the day, this game is meant to be fun. Play how you want to play. And if you have any tips of your own, leave a comment down below to share with others. This guide will be focusing on who is Coil. Coil is the 5th support character in the roster, and the thing that makes him different from the rest of the supports is that he's ready to throw hands. Even though he's labeled as support, he has the highest damage potential out of all the supports, possibly even rivaling DPS comparable to actual melee characters. Coil has multiple different stances that play differently from each other, making him able to fit into any situation or any player playstyle, from the aggressive frontline attacker to a defensive protector to heal allies. He's everything Boombox wishes he could be. Coil also probably has an even higher skill ceiling than Boombox too, for all the gamers who want more of a challenge. If you're looking for a new support character to play, but also want to do some big damage, then Coil might be the one for you. Passive. Triple threat. Pressing the R key, pressing the Coil icon for mobile users, will allow Coil to switch in between his 3 different modes of gravity, speed, and regen, in that order. Each one of these modes give a certain buff, so gravity is jump height, speed is movement speed, and regen is health regeneration. Each mode also has different moves with separate cooldowns. In the middle of the screen, there is a bar with a C next to it. This is the grade bar. By dealing damage, you can increase your grade, giving more of a buff all the way up to S grade. So, just like real life, you want to keep your grades up so you won't have a miserable life. Left click, Hellhound Strike. Coil punches in front of him, with damage and speed of the punches changing depending on what mode you're in. Gravity is the slowest, but with the biggest damage per punch. Speed is the fastest punches, but also the weakest, while regen is in the middle of both of them. As of writing the script, I am not 100% sure, but speed mode charges the grade up the fastest, while gravity is the slowest to charge. Hopefully I remember to make a side-by-side comparison to show off the difference between these 3. Right click. In gravity mode, you do a rising uppercut! With the height of the uppercut scaling with your grade. This move is great for gaining height if you don't want to use it for damage. In speed mode, dash forward, performing a punch. Not only you can use this move for damage, but also mobility as well. There is a small tech you can do with this move. It's a movement tech where you can use it next to a ledge and it will fling you forward. It's kind of annoying to do and to figure out, but you can do some crazy rollouts once you get the hang of it. In regen mode, Coil shoots out a Hadouken! This is the only range move in your kit. Even though it's not the biggest range, it's still the best range option you have in your base kit. Dealing damage with your right click at S grade will reset your grade, but will give you an even stronger buff temporarily. This buff will stay for its duration even if you switch to a different mode, making Coil able to have 2 buffs going at the same time. I personally try to always get the S grade heals to keep my team alive and to get more ult charge. Q ability. Coil Connection. Attach to an ally, giving them the passive buff of your current mode. This ally buff will stay the same even if you change mode. Best use of this is to attach somebody with regen buff, because that's the most useful and gives the most ult charge. This move is very easy to use, having a big range and virtually no cooldown to it. E ability, Coil Technique. In gravity mode, while on the ground, slam your fists into the ground, dealing AoE damage and knocking enemies up. While in the air, perform a dive strike, and able to bounce off of enemies' heads like a Goomba. This allows the player to perform another dive strike. The air variation has a shorter cooldown and deals more damage if you manage to land both bounces compared to the ground version. So try to land the double bounces for the extra damage, and also making you a harder target to hit from all the bouncing. In speed mode, Coil will dash forward with Ultra Instinct, dodging all forms of damage. The move also has an air variation that goes a shorter distance, but with a shorter cooldown. Dodging damage with this will increase your grade level. This move is great for keeping you alive, being able to dodge ultimates if you manage the timing. And if you're lazy on timing your dodges, you can always use this move to run away or chase kills. In regen mode, Coil will block and take reduced damage for a short while. Any damage taken will be converted into healing to you and allies around you. The healing amount and grade level gain is scaled to how much damage you took during the block. This can also scale with the ally taking damage that you are tethered with. You pretty much can't die while you're blocking because you're taking less damage and regenning at the same time. So anytime someone is attacking you or there's something you can't dodge in time, blocking is a good option, and once the block ends, you'll be able to do a big heal. Ultimate, Frostbite Fusion. Somehow Coil manages to get purple out of mixing red, green, and blue coils together, dashing forward and body slamming anyone that he grabs. The grab part of the ultimate can interrupt other enemies' ultimates, or you can just throw them off the map for the funny. Now Coil is a completely different character, temporarily making him into a DPS monster. Oh boy, gotta go over a whole new kit. Ooh. Ultimate passive. All three buffs are now active, but your attached tether will go away. You will keep the grade system in your ultimate too. So if you want to min-max on your character, try to get to S rank first, then ult, so you don't have to build it up again after you ult. But you can build up your grade really fast in ult form, so it's up to you if you want to be bothered or not. Ultimate left click. Your M1s will be set around the regen Coil's M1 speed, but the damage of them is even higher than the gravity M1s. Coil's M1s also get a big range buff, being easy to hit multiple people now. Ultimate right click. Charge up and shoot out a punch like an anime character. This move has some wind up to it, but deals great damage and has some insane range. This move can still combo break if you're in S grade, but your grade will not reset, increasing all your buffs to the max. Ultimate Q ability. Instead of having a tether move, Coil now jumps up in the air, dealing damage around it. This move will allow you to combo into the next move. Ultimate E ability. This move has two variations. On the ground, dash forward and slam the ground in an AoE. In the air, Coil does an even stronger dive strike, dealing AoE damage when he lands. The air variation does more damage, while in a slightly smaller AoE compared to the ground version. Preferably, you want to do the air variation more so you can squeeze out some more DPS in your ult time window. During your ult, you want to do as much damage as possible. A tip for Coil is to always keep your grade meter at S rank or as high as possible. This is because you'll be providing your team and yourself with the best kind of buffs to help achieve victory. And it's not hard to achieve a high grade. Either you be aggressive and keep doing damage, or be defensive using block and dodges. A second tip is to not waste your S grade buffs. The best buff to use in majority of cases is the regen buff, giving the player a bunch of healing, and since healing is converted to ult charge, this means more ults from Coil. More ults equals more kills. More kills equals more fun. But don't sleep on the speed buff. This can give you and your team a burst of speed, which will help you chase kills or run if needed. Usually only viable with friends or good teammates. Womp womp. So it's mostly just for yourself to use. And you can just ignore the gravity buff. It's super niche and the other ones are just leagues better. Now that was a lot of moves I just went over, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, this character is too hard. But you don't need to make Coil that complicated to play him. I introduce you the simple playstyle. This playstyle is where you stay in regen mode majority of the game, tethering somebody to heal them. You just spam projectiles with your Hadouken and spam your block to get your ultimate as fast as you can. If you're in danger and your block is on cooldown, use speed mode to run away. Once you get your ult, go crazy. There's really no downsides to this playstyle, but you could get bored from basically being a pacifist or having a bad team, but we can't really do anything about that. Now, you can probably guess what the other playstyle is if you watched my videos before. Yeah, that's right, aggressive hyper laser hunter. Woo, 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 let's go! Pretty much, instead of being a pacifist staying in healing mode all game, you stay in speed mode and go after immobile characters. Hyper laser. Your speed mode is more than enough to harass the enemy, making it hard for them to run away. If you ever find yourself in a tight situation, then you run away and go heal yourself up with regen mode. The fun part about Coil is that he has 3 modes, giving him a lot of different playstyles to play with. So tell me what kind of playstyles you come up with down in the comments. Team compositions. Coil team comps are pretty simple. Since Coil has the ability to heal others, you can play him with pretty much anybody and get value with the character. But some more advanced composition would be Coil plus any melee character like Katana or Banhammer. Like Boombox, you can provide speed to others, helping slow characters get into melee range to help them deal damage. Another comp would be Double Speed with Coil and Boombox. The two are just speeding around the map like crazy, doing whatever, jumping somebody or just goofing off all game. The only problem with this is it's a pretty greedy setup, because the rest of the team isn't getting any buffs or heals, so you better hope the two Boombox and Coil are actually good at the game. Combos. To be honest, the only time where you really need to combo is during his ultimate, but here's a combo for base form to make you look cool. M1, M2, uppercut, E twice for the double bounces, wait to fall, then M2 again. R to switch forms, M2, and M1 until you reach S grade. Switch to regen mode, and M2 for S grade heals. Switch back to gravity mode and repeat. This combo allows you to get S rank as fast as you can and spam a bunch of healing for you and your team, so you can get your ult even faster and get some easy kills. I have two ultimate combos. One for more lazy AoE, and the other single target combo. Single target ultimate combo. Grab with ult, Q to jump, then E right after. M2 punch, then M1 while waiting for your cooldowns to repeat. Be careful on how fast you use E after your Q, because sometimes it moves stacks and it does the ground variation in the air, dealing less damage overall. The AoE ultimate combo. The ult grab is optional, but you just spam M1 and the ground E version while running around. This is a pretty simple combo you can do that doesn't require much skill. You'll be able to deal a lot of damage to multiple people, but this alone might not kill. Might. So using your M2 as a finisher on low targets is a good option. I hope you learned something from this video, so now go out and box up some noobs with Coil.